Welcome back. Super excited. In this important lecture, I'm going to talk about the very core fundamental concepts of what is Amazon Data Lake, what is Amazon Athena, AWS Glue, S3, and QuickSight. First, let's take a look at the actual high-level overview of how things are set up, right, within the data lake on Amazon S3 with AWS Glue. So starting from your left, components within the dotted line are basically data. So whether the data is stored on a web application, whether it's stored on a relational database such as SQL, MySQL, or other databases, whether your data is stored on premise, or whether it's live streaming data. So once you have your data, what happens to this data? Obviously, you need to store your data somewhere, and that's where Amazon S3 comes into play. So S3 gives you buckets. Okay, so it's just like folders, and you can create subfolders, you can place objects, you can place your files, images, and whatnot. So everything is stored within Amazon, within buckets, and it's called Amazon S3, which is your storage. Now, with that particular storage in Amazon, we can work with a tool called Glue, which is serverless computing. Okay, so what AWS Glue ETL means, that's extract, transform, and load. So essentially what you're doing here is you're using AWS Glue to either extract your data from these buckets, transform your data, and then load your data. And how it works, the way it works is AWS Glue crawlers would fetch data from the Amazon S3 buckets. So they scan your data sets and then populate the Glue data catalog. The Glue data catalog, in turn, serves as a central metadata repository. Okay, so creates a schema and so forth. From the Glue catalog, we can then move towards our end goal, which is visualizing our analytics, right, or actually creating visualizations using Amazon QuickSight. But in between, there are a few options. One of them is Amazon Athena, the other one is Amazon EMR, and Amazon Redshift Spectrum. So once cataloged in AWS Glue, the data is immediately available for analytics. And among these three options, the Amazon Athena, Amazon EMR, and Redshift, you can then proceed towards Amazon QuickSight, which allows you to create visualization, powerful, robust tool that actually allows you to create charts, take a look at your data, create stories, publish your dashboards, and so on. Amazon Athena is basically a serverless query service. So from the AWS Glue catalog, you can then pick and choose or query your data before you can start to analyze using Amazon QuickSight. And EMR is just a Hadoop framework. It's sort of like a data warehouse, right? And so is the Redshift Spectrum. So you get the idea, right, what a data lake on Amazon S3 means. So you don't understand these concepts. So throughout this course, I'm going to be demonstrating pretty much starting from your data. And I'm going to be using several data sources. Transforming your data using Glue. I'm going to demonstrate that also, even though that's a fundamental course. Okay, so the best way to learn is not only just the concepts, but actually get to see how they're applied. And that's the goal of this course. This course is not about going in-depth into Glue, in-depth into Athena, right? But just enough so that you get the solid foundation, understanding, and how your data travels from raw, right, from the storage all the way to Amazon QuickSight. So I'm going to show you in this course how does AWS Glue works, how do you transform data, and then I'm going to demonstrate using Amazon Athena. I'm not going to cover Amazon EMR and Redshift. I'm just going to use the Glue to Athena and then to QuickSight. AWS Data Lake. So think of this as just a centralized repository that allows you to store all of your structured and unstructured data at any scale. So you can store data, say, without having to first structure the data and run different types of analytics, from dashboards and visualizations to big data processing, real-time analytics, and even machine learning to guide better decisions. Just a core difference between data warehouse and data lake. You can see this in the chart, okay? So data warehouse, as far as data is concerned, within data warehouse, you have the relational from transaction systems, operations database, and line of business applications, also known as the LOBs. Whereas in data lake, it's non-relational and relational from IoT devices, websites, mobile apps, social media, and corporate applications, right? So you can see right off the bat the power of using the data lake infrastructure. Similarly, you have schema, price and performance, data quality, users, analytics, different characteristics, and you can compare them with data warehouse and within the framework of the data lake. Next is the AWS Athena. So as I mentioned briefly earlier, Amazon Athena is an interactive query service that makes it easy to analyze data in Amazon S3 using standard SQL. So I'm going to, in fact, demonstrate hands-on how to use this. Athena is serverless, so there's no infrastructure to manage, and you pay only for the queries that you actually run, which is like 1 terabyte of queries, right? You get to pay about $5 or something like that. It's very easy to use, fast performance, secure, and integrated with AWS Glue. So what it does, it points to your data in S3 buckets, defines the schema, and then start querying using standard structured query language. So you can run select statements, you can run update statements, drop tables, create databases, and so on. AWS Glue, once again, is a fully managed ETL, extract, transform, and load service that makes it easy for customers to prepare and load their data for analytics. So you can create and run, let's say, an ETL job with just a few clicks within the management console. And how it works is that you simply point the Glue to your data stored on AWS, let's say in S3 buckets. The AWS Glue would go ahead and discover your data using crawlers and stores the associated metadata, such as table definition, schema, within a catalog. So once all this data is cataloged, your data is immediately available or searchable, queryable, and available for ETL operations. It also generates the code to execute the data transformations and data loading process. And again, just like AWS Athena, AWS Glue is also serverless. So there is no infrastructure to buy, set up, or manage. It automatically provisions the environment needed for the job. Next, we have the AWS S3, so which is simply an object storage, build, store, and retrieve any amount of data from anywhere. Websites, mobile apps, corporate applications, data from IoT sensors or devices, everything goes into the bucket. So it's not just a file folder, it's actually much more than that. And it's designed to deliver almost 100%, 99.99% durability, and stores data from millions of applications used by market leaders in every industry. S3 also allows, by the way, you to run sophisticated and complex big data analytics on your data without moving the data into a separate analytics system. So everything stays in S3, right? So you don't have to like physically move your data from S3 to another area and then run the analytics. It's just there. Once data is in S3, you're good to go. So from AWS Glue or from S3 to the QuickSight, right? So when using Athena, just a small workflow here, with the glue, because AWS Glue is out of the box integrated with, you can use the AWS Glue to create databases and table schema. Query. So Glue is a fully managed ETL that can categorize your data, clean, enriches, and then moves reliably between various data sources. Crawlers can either automatically infer databases. You can also create manual databases, by the way. So it's not just everything is automatic. You can feel free to create manual databases in AWS Glue. If you use the crawler, then it would automatically infer database and table schema from your source data, storing the associated metadata with the catalog. And when you create a table in Athena, for example, you can choose to create it using the Glue crawler or do it manually. So your data goes from S3 to Glue to Athena, and then of course to your Amazon QuickSight. So finally, we have the end objective, which is the AWS QuickSight. Of course, again, just a quick high-level workflow, data sources with data sets, do the analysis, you create dashboards and stories. Of course, you're ready to present to any team members. Perfect. So in summary, we took a look at various components of the data lake, such as Athena, Glue, S3, the difference between data warehousing and data lake. So AWS provides a robust infrastructure to eventually get to a stage where you can now analyze your data stored in S3. So you don't have to move the data from S3 to QuickSight. The data is there at a certain place. All you have to do is just run and use all these serverless computing tools to create some powerful, robust visualizations, charts, graphs, stories, dashboards, share information, and so forth. So I hope this helps practice with these concepts. I'm going to demonstrate, of course, all of these hands-on, so you not only get to see, understand the concepts, but also the application as well. So with this, let's move to our next lesson.